So the two ways I classify an artist as a one-hit wonder is one, if there's a massive fall off in streams with their biggest song compared to whatever else is on their Spotify page. I know that's kind of superficial, but you know, it's still kind of true. And two, if that song is listed multiple times on their Spotify. This can be radio edits, demos, acoustic versions, remixes from other artists. Sometimes I've seen the same version uploaded multiple times, like if it's on both an album and like a greatest hits. So today I want to check out some of the best and worst versions of my favorite one-hit wonders, and some of yours too, thanks to whoever responded to my community post, by the way. Only rule, no covers. I'm not allowed to make a video about those for another 2 months or it'll get stale. Remixes don't count as covers either. Oh, and these aren't from any specific genre or decade. It's whatever from whenever. So yeah, let's do it. Second video in a row I'm talking about songs from Shrek 2. Like I said, one of the best soundtracks ever. On Lip Sync Spotify, they got 4 listings for Funkytown. The radio edit from Shrek 2, the album version, a remix by Damiar, and a disco compilation version. To be honest, before this, I thought the radio edit was the original version. So when I saw it was almost twice as long, I got excited thinking there'd be like an extra jam at the end or something. It's like how the radio edit of Virtual Insanity takes out the entire bridge. I hate that version of the song. But nope, the album version just makes sections longer that honestly shouldn't be longer. Like the break before the chorus is twice as long and gets pretty boring. But if you thought even the radio edit was too long, listen to the compilation version. This one cuts out the intro and goes right into the lyrics. But the whole thing sounds terrible. There's multiple points where it sounds warbly and distorted, like your phone's struggling to load the song. I know for a fact there's way more versions of Funkytown, but I don't got time to spelunk through Lip Sync's featured section on Spotify. Also, there's only so many times you want to hear the same song on repeat. Even if it's like your favorite of all time, that shit gets annoying fast. So let's move on.
This is the story of a girl. Cried a river and drowned the whole world.
This hands down is my favorite one-hitter of all time. Absolutely, or Story of a Girl by 9 Days. A song I'm sure a lot of you know by the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. The band recorded 3 different versions of the song for it, and some of the lyrics are even lines of dialogue. The song is cheesy for sure, but in an endearing way. The choruses are catchy, there's a lot of subtle instrument layering. The only thing I'm not big on is the guitar solo. It's okay musically, but kinda kills the pace for me. Besides that, it's great. Well, to celebrate the song's 16th birthday, 9 Days released a new version of it on their album Snapshots, which coincidentally came out in 2016. So hey, next year it'll be 26. Best way I can describe this version is it sounds like a good cover by a wedding band. All the changes are very subtle. The only ones I noticed were the vocals being a bit higher, and there's some more guitar noodling in the second verse.
Clothes never wear as well the next day, and your hair never falls in quite the same way.
It sounds good, but it doesn't give me a reason to choose it over the original, you know? These are the only 2 versions I found on Spotify, but this next one I found on Facebook by complete accident. So a year or 2 ago, 9 Days recorded a new version of Story of a Girl called Story of a State for Travel South Dakota. The whole thing is them telling you about all the fun things you can do while visiting South Dakota, like drinking and going to bodies of water. The ad openly calls them a one-hit wonder too, but it seems like the band is having fun with this, so it's good to see they got a sense of humor about it.
This is the story of the stage. So much to explore, so much space.
Once again, it's cheese, but a good cheese, like pepper jack. This hands down is my favorite song to bomb on karaoke night. Brandy has such a good pace, tempo, structure, and those horns, oh my god. On Looking Glass's Spotify, we got 5, including the original. The ones that stuck out to me are the Ian Asher remix, which cuts the intro and puts the vocals over this random ass dance beat. It honestly got me to laugh. The beat isn't stylized like the original song at all, so it clashes really hard with the singing.
And there's a girl in this harbor town.
Then we got the version from the Charlie's Angels soundtrack. This one also ditches the intro and replaces it with Chad from the movie singing the chorus.
The sailors say Brandy is a fine girl. What a good...
Also, I think the rest of this song is either pitched up or slightly sped up. And finally, we got the re-recorded version, which is on here twice actually. Not gonna lie, this one sounds like ass. The mixing is really, really bad. The vocals and horns are constantly fighting for loudness. There's a lot of reverb on everything. It all just sounds less present to me. Definitely stick with the original Brandy, but the Chad intro was kind of funny too. They should re-release the song again, but when Saul sings it on Better Call Saul. Next, we got Scatman by Scatman John. This is a song I legit forgot was made in the 90s. For the longest time, I thought this was like a YouTube video from 2008. There's probably hundreds of remixes of this song, but the only ones I want to mention is Scatman and Hatman by a guy called Lou Bega. Never heard of him before this, gonna be honest, but he's the titular Hatman, and he basically makes himself the sidekick to Scatman. Like, he introduces himself in the song, and he's like, "Hey guys, don't forget about me, Hatman, everyone's favorite sidekick."
Scatman and Hatman travel in time. Scatman and Hatman going online. Scatman.
But the problem is Hatman talks and sings way more than Scatman. He only gets one portion of a verse, but the rest of the time it's just the main scatting part in the chorus. I get the scatting is the best part of the song, but the verses when John's singing fast are great too. His lyrics slap. That's why I don't really want to talk about the other remixes, because they're all just the scatting part over a dance beat or breakdown. Some are good and even stylize the instrumental to the song, unlike those Brandy remixes. But since I keep hearing the same problem over and over again, I just got bored. Definitely stick with the original. You gotta appreciate John's lyricism. Anytime I hear Who Let the Dogs Out, I immediately think of that scene when Spike escapes in Rugrats in Paris. This song's been used in like 80 billion movies and shows. I feel like everybody associates it with something different. And because it's been in so much stuff, this isn't a song I'll ever go out of my way to listen to. I've been recommended Baha Ment's other stuff, so one day, but for now it's a skip. It's good, but it's a skip. Luckily for me, it's got some remixes. First is a slowed and reverb remix by an artist called You Chill. What's funny is this sounds only slightly slower and slightly more reverby. Like, I'm used to these being double the time of the original song, like Doomer covers. And the next is a sped up version. It's not a re-recording of them playing at a faster tempo. Nope, it's just the original song sped up. I ran into this a lot while making this video. Is this like a thing? I'm not on TikTok, so I'm very behind on what's hip and trending with the kids these days. They also got a rendition of it with post-hardcore band Our Last Night. I feel this kind of counts as a cover, so I'm not gonna talk about it per the rules. But sorry, rules broken, it's kind of bad. Again, I just stick with the original, but what's your favorite use of Who Let the Dogs Out in media? Comment below. I remember hearing this song in like 6th grade during an anti-bullying assembly. And I kid you not, that became like a certified platinum selling single in my grade. Everyone was singing it for the rest of the school year. Cool Kids by Echosmith is unironically a good song. It's catchy, it's got a nice hook, it sounds like Foster the People for Mormons. They also have a sped up version of this song. Again, why is this a thing? Is this what the kids call nightcore? But it goes from sounding like Foster the People for Mormons to Paramore for Mormons. Paramormons. But to be honest, it doesn't sound half bad. I think the style lends itself to a faster tempo well. Echosmith also has a live acoustic version from Spotify New York, and it's pretty good. There's some nice additions, the shakers during the verses, the vocals layering with each chorus, plus it sounds really good unplugged too. Honestly, I'd recommend checking these out. Okay, well, half serious with the sped up one. This one at least for sure. It's a great rendition of the original with its own sound and style. Check them out to remember the days before you knew what a cover letter was.
But you only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun.
Anytime I hear the opening melody to this song, I can't help but laugh because of all the times it's been memed. Let Her Go is a good song, but it's the epitome of granola church girl music. If you ever see Passenger, Lumineers, Gregory Alan Isakov as someone's favorite artist on a dating app, swipe left immediately. He's got 2 other versions of this song. The first is with Ed Sheeran. Hey, second video I'm talking about him too, what the hell? There's actually some parts of this I like. The drums are less filling than the original and more in the pocket, the tambourine and chorus too, and the electric guitar noodling in the verses. But as it goes on, it reverts back to that original folky sound when the violin and banjo comes in. And to be honest, I much prefer the softer rock sound of the first half compared to this. It was a unique style and not as hokey. I also feel the last chorus is missing something. Ed and Passenger's harmonies sound nice, but I feel it could have used one more track to make it really shine.
Well, you only need the light when
There's also an acoustic version, which tripped me up because I considered the original acoustic too, since, it's got acoustic instruments and sounds like a folk song. But nope, this one's just got vocals and guitar, and it's kind of underwhelming. He plays this song in fingerstyle, but the pattern isn't that interesting. It's fast, but also feels drawn out too, probably because I keep expecting the other instruments to join in and they never do.
You see it when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll
If the Ed Sheeran one stayed more of its own thing, I'd definitely recommend that one over the original, but nope, it just couldn't commit.
'Cause I'm just a teenage dirtbag, baby.
Every annoying person ever has covered this song. I didn't grow up listening to Teenage Dirtbag or this type of music, so it's not really nostalgic or ironic to me. And sadly, none of the other versions do anything for me either. First is the acoustic version, which made me laugh because the person on the cover looks like someone I went to high school with, but the song itself is I mean the singing and playing are good, but this is another song that I don't think works as a stripped down type of thing. It just feels drawn out again without any of the other instruments. And I don't think the reverb fits on the vocals or guitar. They should have made it sound dry as hell like early Mountain Goats.
Listen to Iron Maiden, baby.
Next is the 2020 version, which only changes it up slightly. There's some Limp Bizkit-ass record scratches in the verses, and I think some extra percussion and keys in the choruses. It's like the Story of a Girl thing from earlier. This sounds like a good cover by like a competent college band.
He'd simply kick my ass if he knew the truth.
And lastly, we got another sped up version. Why is this a thing? Yo, this song is so good, legit. I love the delayed guitars on this so much. Anytime I hear Sweet Disposition, I just want to stand on a mountain and scream into the distance. The Denver Trap's got 5 other versions on their Spotify page. 4 of them are remixes that, I'll give them credit, all do their own thing. One's got a dreamy dance beat, another sounds techno, and another sounds just like a plane crash. But this ends up being a double-edged sword because they all ditch the original instrumental, which is my favorite part of the song. The one called A Moment of Love is kind of inspired by the original, but it's so underwhelming. And that's the thing, these aren't terrible, they're just boring. I was legit spacing out while listening to them. They also have one called the bootleg version with the artist Younger, which is pretty good. The guitar track kind of replicates the original, and I dig the cowbell in the second half. It's definitely the most faithful, so I'll recommend it on that alone. But none of these compared to the original at all. Like, I don't feel like screaming on a mountain with any of these. And finally, we got Your Woman by Whitetown. This is a song I'll hear on the radio every like 6 months or so and re-remember how good it is. It's groovy, it's weird, you can't ask for anything more. Except you can, because this song's got some great renditions. First is the Ben Gross mix. I love how the drums are more present in this one. They definitely push the song way more. The guitars on here are really nice too. You got both electric and acoustics doing their own thing, and some good old-fashioned incomprehensible guitar noise. This instrument track is perfect because it's remaining faithful to the original while also doing its own thing very well. And this is also the case for the 1917 version, the one Whitetown made for the movie 1917. Instead of using electronic samples and keys like the original, 1917 replaces everything with strings like it's in Bridgerton, but better. You got harps, cellos, violins. It gives the song an entirely different feel. And because everything is so subdued, I'm able to focus on the lyrics more, which is something I never tried to do with the original because I was always so distracted by the instrumentation.
Is it in your jeans? I don't know.
My only critique is I wish some type of percussion, like a snare or toms, came in during the last chorus. You hear a snare roll for like half a second during the break and then never again. It's a little disappointing, but oh well, it's still great. My favorite is still the original at the end of the day, and I'm sure there's other remixes of this that I'm neglecting. But these ones are definitely a close second in my opinion. If you like the original Your Woman, then chances are you'll like these ones too. And if you don't like the original, then maybe these ones are more up your alley, I don't know. I'm tired, so I'm gonna call it here. here. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been wanting to make a video about one-hit wonders for a while, but didn't want to do something like, oh, my favorite one-hit wonders, because that's kind of boring to me. I'll probably make another video about them in the future, so if I didn't mention it today, tell me your favorite one-hit wonders in the comments below. Shoutouts to my patrons, and I'll see y'all next time when we talk about one of the many reasons why I don't like Tom Morello. See you then.